Terran contact. The starship, Eos, drifted silently through the inky void of space, its sleek titanium hull glinting faintly under the distant light of a dying sun. Captain Elias Voss stood on the observation deck, his sharp blue eyes scanning the swirling nebula outside. It had been 3 years since Earth's first deep space exploration mission began, and today was supposed to be their triumphant return. But something felt off. "Captain," came a voice from behind him. Lieutenant Mara Kyle, the ship's chief science officer, approached with her usual brisk efficiency. Her dark hair was tied back into a tight bun, and her tablet displayed streams of data that she flicked through with practiced ease. "We've picked up an anomaly ahead." Elias turned to face her, his brow furrowing. "What kind of anomaly?" "It's hard to say," Mara admitted, tapping at her screen. "It doesn't match any known celestial object or energy signature. It's almost like it's alive." The captain crossed his arms, his gaze returning to the viewport. "Alive? You mean organic?" "No, not exactly," Mara said hesitantly. "More like intelligent. The reading suggests some form of self-awareness, and it's moving toward us." Elias sighed deeply, rubbing the bridge of his nose. This wasn't how things were supposed to go. They'd charted dozens of planets, cataloged countless species, and made history as humanity's pioneers among the stars. Now, on their way home, they stumbled upon this, whatever this was. "Bring the rest of the senior staff to the bridge," he ordered. "Let's figure out what we're dealing with before it gets too close." By the time Elias arrived on the bridge, the tension was palpable. Dr. Isaac Reese, the mission's xenobiologist, leaned over one of the consoles, his wiry frame tense as he analyzed the incoming data. Commander Dax Torin, the ship's second-in-command, stood beside him, his arms folded tightly across his chest. "It's accelerating," Isaac announced without looking up. "Whatever it is, it knows we're here." "Could it be hostile?" Dax asked, his gravelly voice cutting through the hum of activity. "We don't know enough yet," Mara interjected. "But if it's truly intelligent, we need to proceed carefully. First contact protocols are clear. No aggressive actions unless absolutely necessary." Elias nodded. "Agreed. Open a communication channel. Send out a standard greeting signal." Mara tapped a few commands into her console, and a soft tone echoed through the ship as the message was broadcast into the void. For several long minutes, there was nothing but silence. Then, suddenly, the lights flickered. "What the hell was that?" Dax demanded, spinning around to face the engineers. Before anyone could answer, the ship shuddered violently, throwing everyone off balance. Alarms blared as red warning lights bathed the bridge in an ominous glow. "Report!" Elias barked, gripping the railing to steady himself. "It's the anomaly!" Mara shouted over the din. "It's interfacing with our systems." "Shut it down," Elias ordered. "Cut all external connections." "I'm trying," one of the engineers yelled back, frantically working the controls. "But it's bypassing our firewalls." The ship lurched again, harder this time, and the crew scrambled to stay upright. On the main view screen, a swirling mass of iridescent energy appeared, pulsating rhythmically like a heartbeat. It seemed to grow larger by the second, filling the screen until it was all anyone could see. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, everything stopped. The alarms ceased. The lights stabilized. The ship floated quietly in space once more. For a moment, no one spoke. Everyone stared at the view screen, where the anomaly now hovered motionless, its surface rippling with strange, otherworldly patterns. "Is it gone?" Isaac whispered, breaking the silence. Before anyone could respond, a voice echoed throughout the ship, not through the speakers, but directly inside their minds. "You are not alone." Panic erupted on the bridge. Some crew members clutched, their heads groaning in pain, while others stumbled backward, wide-eyed with fear. "Stay calm," Elias roared, though his own heart pounded wildly in his chest. He turned to Mara. "Can you trace the source?" "It's everywhere," she replied, her voice trembling. "It's inside the ship, inside us." The voice continued, calm and measured, yet utterly alien. "We have watched you for many cycles. Your kind is curious, driven by a desire to explore and understand. Yet you are also destructive, reckless in your pursuit of knowledge." Elias took a step forward, addressing the empty air. "Who are you? What do you want?" "We are the Keepers," the voice answered. "Guardians of balance in this galaxy. You call yourselves Terrans. Your presence disrupts the harmony we maintain." Dax stepped beside Elias, his hand resting on the hilt of his sidearm. "Are you threatening us?" "No threat is needed. Your actions speak for themselves. Your machines pollute the void. Your experiments endanger ecosystems. If left unchecked, you will bring ruin upon yourselves and others." Isaac's face paled. "They're talking about colonization efforts, terraforming projects. Even our research could be seen as invasive." Elias clenched his fists. "We're learning. We're growing. Give us time to adapt, to find better ways." "Time is a luxury you may not have," the Keepers replied. "Prove your worth. Show us that your kind can coexist without destruction. Fail, and we will act." With that, the voice vanished. The anomaly dissolved into nothingness, leaving only the cold emptiness of space behind. Hours passed as the crew worked to repair the damage and regain control of the ship. Though physically unharmed, they couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, of being judged. In the privacy of his quarters, Elias stared at the holographic image of Earth projected above his desk. Blue oceans, green continents, and swirling white clouds, a fragile jewel floating in the vastness of the cosmos. Was humanity ready for this? Could they rise to meet the challenge posed by beings far older and wiser than themselves? He didn't know. But one thing was certain. The days of unchecked expansion were over. Humanity would have to prove itself, if not for their survival, then for the sake of the universe itself. And so, with heavy hearts and renewed determination, the crew of the EOS set course for home, carrying with them a message that would change the fate of their species forever. The Keepers were watching.